Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Zeriko Hakathos with Demonosophy and Beyond. Um, Tonight, I'm just going to talk about Michael, the Archangel, and my interaction with him. Um, would help if I had my notes, right? Anyway, so everybody is all about working with Michael. Um, he's a very popular angel because I don't know. I guess basically everybody thinks that he's the one that's in charge of everything. Um, so he's a popular kid in school. Um, Michael, in previous interactions, has come as a lion, a black lion. He's come as a sword. Um, when I spoke with him initially, he helped me out by healing me. But he still kind of gave me the side eye, and this was during my, I guess, journey through darkness. Like I'm still somewhat dark, but um, working through the light side of things right now. The lighter side of things. Let me be more specific about that. So, Michael has multiple forms, and he showed me many of his forms the last time I interacted with him. He showed me form as a child. He showed me his light form, like pure light, pure energy. He showed me a form that had a helmet, and he was wearing a helmet, and it was like covering over the top part of his face, and it had like a spiral to it. That was pretty interesting. And he also had like pale, milky white skin. And it kind of told me that the angels that are pale white, I guess, are closer to being pure energy. Um, Although I'm not really sure about that because I've seen, I don't know. I've seen other angels that are pale white. They may be pale for different reasons. Because I've seen fallen that are pale white. So I'm not really sure what that means. Not really something that is important. It's just kind of something to think about. Um, okay, so yeah, white and blemished skin. So Michael is glad that I'm seeking out balance. He is the kind of individual that doesn't mind the darkness, but he has issues depending upon how you use it. Um, he also seems to care about all angels, even the fallen ones, to a degree. He does have some angels that he doesn't like, um, but he is kind of diplomatic about it. If he doesn't like you, he won't necessarily treat you badly. but he will make it known in his special way. Let's see. Michael also has a form that is like a computer chip. And when I invoked him, he was talking to me. And like he started talking to me in computer chip language. I'm like, no, man, I don't process that. Like, can we skip that? Can you turn it to a humanoid being and then talk to me in a way that I understand? And he did. He's not as uppity as some of the angels. In fact, this time that I was dealing with him, he wasn't really uppity at all, and he never kind of gave me that elitist attitude. He just kind of Michael is the one that feels to me like he's been put in charge, and he does what he's expected to do, but he's got more going on than he actually reveals. Certain angels act a certain way, and I feel that he acts like behaves similar to other angels, but he actually has an understanding of how humans work and how humans feel and do things. He has a better understanding, but he won't let on unless he like really knows you. Michael feels like when he likes you, he feels like that person that you want to go fishing with, that you would enjoy that whole day with. He can have this best friend vibe where you feel like you've known him forever. And so it makes him easy to talk to. Michael does not like the demiurge whatsoever. When we were discussing it, he said the demiurge is like a black cloud that ruins a sunny day. Michael has no problem with, how do I say it? He has no problem with entities or anything dealing with darkness that just occurs naturally. However, when a dark force tries to basically take over, kind of like a virus, and spread and just have its hand in everything, he doesn't really agree with that. Michael has access to the angelic hive mind. Not all angels are attached to a hive mind, but many are, especially the lower ones. I believe that there is a class of angels that form the hive mind, possibly because of their fortes, their specialities. When I saw this hive mind, it was kind of like, it almost felt like a mausoleum, where they have multiple people walled in, except like you could see the faces of these angels sticking out the wall, and they were just constantly droning. And at first, it feels like you're going to go insane, but then the droning becomes comforting, actually. You then have access to information that they have access to, and vice versa. They have access to you. works both ways. Michael showed me angels floating in the sky with these diamond faces, and they were huge. Like, the angels of the hive mind were giants. The angels that were floating in the sky were giants. Michael did not appear as a giant. He was kind of like the same size as me, or not a giant in proportion to the environment that he appeared in the vision. I think that when you have contact with angels, they must have some kind of natural ability to make you forget certain details about your interaction, because it seems that with many of the angels I come in contact with, there is a tendency to forget a lot of details or a lot of what they say, unless they're speaking to your subconscious. But if they really want you to remember your contact with them, then they will make sure that those memories do return. And that you get the detail correct. And when you are not doing an invocation or doing the ritual, they will still speak to you, so that you can remember details, recall details, and that you can actually write them down in real time. So I actually invoked Michael back to back. 2 nights back to back. And on the second night, he synced his energy with me by basically occupying the same space that I did. So I was sitting in a chair at the altar. So he sat down where I sat down. And that's how we synced up our energies. While doing that, he showed me the whole host of angels. And so these angels were kind of spinning around in a huge cyclone. And at the top, you had the light angels. In the middle, you had the gray angels. And then at the bottom, you had the dark angels. And it was pretty beautiful. And it just kind of felt like natural. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be. It all comes together and functions as it should. I believe that the angels are not trying to fight. Like, they come off as kind of a little bit exhausted when it comes to all the BS that's happened, all the drama that happens in the angelic realm. And Michael comes off the same way. Like, he comes off as like he's expected to fight, so he's ready for a fight, but he really does not want to fight, and he prefers to talk. Even though he is a warrior angel, he is also a thinker, so he's just not like a straight warrior or berserker. He will actually sit back, analyze a situation, and if you prefer to talk over a fight, then he will talk instead of fight. Michael does have a tendency to like attention. He's an attention whore. There was one time when I'd stopped writing and I was just kind of like taking a second to reflect on what was going on, and the candle that I had lit um, for Michael started to crack and sizzle and pop. Um, so he was trying to get my attention and get my attention to go back to writing about him. Wow, I just feel like there's a lot. I feel like the last time we had an interaction, um, we bonded in a sense where we still don't fully agree with one another. Like, we're not buddy and pals and stuff like that, but we're we respect one another. And so it's kind of like, I don't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight, so let's figure out some way to just get along and be. um like, I stay out of your way, you stay out of mine. Maybe sometime we can come together just to talk. And that's my experience with Michael. um I have new books on my website that are for sale of varying prices. So I'm going to leave the link for the website in the description so that anybody who's interested can check out my new inventory and see if they're interested in purchasing any books. I also have the Grimoire of Damnation that is available in digital format. And I also have the services that are available on the site. I will show you the books that are on sale. So you have the book Sefer Yurak Rushat by G.J. Laval. This is the same guy who did the Shem HaMaforesh book. Very good author. Very good book. This book right here is actually it's pretty complex. So it would not be for a beginner. But if you can tap into what's going on in his stuff, it's pretty awesome. You got Fallen Angels by Michael Ford. Very decent information. Angels and Archangels by Damian Eckles. I respect him a lot. I like what he does. He's very well informed and seems like a pretty good author. I have used his techniques to call upon angels, so the book does work. His method does work, and it's very good. Book of the Witch Moon. I believe this book is dedicated to Kate. At least that's what the back of it says. And this is the Karanzan edition. Satanism in Theory and Practice teaches you how to build your own satanic coven, or just just a coven in general, but it uses the theme of Satanism. Good book, very to the point, very simple. Easy, very practical information. Diabolic Gnosticism. I've had this book for a while. Can't really give you too many details about it, but the description is on the site. Luciferian Witchcraft. I actually bought this book in Salem. It was very interesting to read. It inspired me. I believe this is the book that inspired me to look up Ahriman. So that was very important for me. Then you have The Way of Demons. And this is a Taoist point of view on demons. And this goes into more of Eastern thought about what these spirits are and how they are to be dealt with. Very interesting book. I did like that. I did appreciate having a different form of thought on what demons are and how to work with them. So those are the new books that I have available for sale on my site. I hope that everybody is working their magic, working on building their knowledge base, and having fun, and staying safe and staying well. And I will talk to you later.